This video is gonna be the death of me. I'm not even kidding. I love this show so fucking much in some aspects, but in the others, I fucking hate this stupid ass show so fucking much. I really hope y'all enjoy this one, since I might just suffer a stroke by the end of this.
Unlucky.
So Star vs. the Forces of Evil is a Disney cartoon that created by Darren Nefsey, and the premise pretty much boils down to this magical girl warrior princess named Star Butterfly majorly fucking up, and instead of getting sent to a terrible boarding school, she becomes a student at Earth School as an alternative. And while she attends this school, she lives with a human boy named Marco Diaz and his family. Pretty simple. Till it's fucking not. At the start, a lot of the plotlines involving Star being at odds with human culture as niggas on Muni, aka her home, are obviously built fucking different. Star would pretty often be on some nut shit for at least human standards, and while she wilded out, she would interact with tons of humans that attended the school like Marco or his friends Ferguson and Alfonso, or even Marco's crush Jackie Lynn Thomas, or her own obsessed fan, StarFan13, who by the way...
But if anything happened to him, I would kill everyone in this room and then myself.
You know, this also included Star butting heads with other characters like Brittany Wong, who would be an early office star and she would shit talk her for pretty much anything. Well, then again, she would shit talk anyone, especially Star, mainly for the fact that she would get more attention from other people, and also, she was just extra for no fucking reason, to be honest.
Oh, Star Butterface, you are invited when pigs fly.
All in all, this show was pretty fun and offered action that I honestly found really cool, and the storylines that were done were tons of fun for the most part. But I can definitely say Star vs. exemplifies a lot of the fucking issues I have with most modern cartoons, and that's honestly really depressing. Damn, that sounded really fucking dark. Y'all niggas should expect this with this show.
It's called the Midwest because every single thing in it is mid. Skyline Chili, mid. Your Cincinnati Reds who haven't won a World Series since 1990, mid. Red Sox. And every single person who lives here is mid.
Before I commit an act of war towards this show, I feel like I may have a meltdown if I don't ease into this. I'd rather just start by saying Star vs. the Forces of Evil has a lot of really cool qualities that I just have to mention. For instance, the art for the show has always hit fucking different in more ways than one, and the same can be said for the background work. This shit is just really fucking dope, my nigga. Plus the character designs for pretty much everything are super fucking interesting to look at. But in my opinion, one of my favorite parts of this fucking show has to be the fucking music choice, because you can't tell me niggas wasn't bumping this shit. Look, listen. Don't answer any questions. Play the shit, please. The things I do for a fucking joke. I'll go.
Why have you stopped playing that wonderful music? C-A-P.
Plus, a lot of casts that we see in the show from the start to finish have been fan favorites to say the fucking least. And I can say have stayed pretty relevant for tons of different reasons. I already know what you're thinking inside your head. Get your damn mind out the gutter, nigga. Fuck. Honestly, when I was working on this video, and the darkness started kind of calling to me, you know? Let me rephrase this. The darkness started spitting to you, boy, for real. And you know what? I think I'm in the mood for exposing myself again. So I wouldn't be telling y'all the truth if I didn't expose myself for simping for Eclipsa. Niggas that said he fixed niggas, why can't I do it too? Shit's just not fair.
Indeed.
Anyways, Star vs. has a lot of cool shit to it with the way that it goes about the topics of magic, as it would also offer for fun episodes of world building, since it would typically be needed to solve an issue Marco or Star would have, while sprinkling in the seeds for a grander story. And with all this, you had something that was pretty fucking fun to watch. Till they fucked it up! If you ask any random nigga on the street the issue with this show, and why it's so infamous as being an elf for some people, it all comes down to Starco. Or more generally speaking, shipping. Mainly the way they went about displaying relationships in this show was just fucking terrible in so many different ways, and made characters either do shit that wasn't in their character, or literally fucked over for no reason, or they just do random shit since they couldn't think of what to fucking do with them. Overall, this shit just blew the fuck out of me, and that shit deadass caused a decline in the show's focus. Since it spent so much time on doing that shit, it would ignore anything that would be actually important to the plot, or any side things that they wanted to do. Plus, this shit was done with the most oversaturated ass trope in modern animation, will they, won't they? Oh, and for your information, I'm tired of this shit! Also, for clarification, the they in the scenario is Star and Marco. A lot of the show has these niggas going back and forth, always teetering on whether they'll shack up or fucking not, and it's just so fucking ass. Other shows do this shit to the same fucking degree. For instance, Miraculous Ladybug. The main character in all forms of the fucking word is fucking weird. Like, bro, Adrian, how do you not see this shit? Like, for real, this shit's mad weird. And the show puts these dumbass niggas in the will they won't they zone for the fucking longest. Shit deadass be like, oh, sorry person that shows reciprocating attraction towards me, who also has an actual conversation with me and has chemistry with me. I'd much rather be with this person that barely knows I exist or sees me as a friend. Like, I feel so bad for characters in these situations because they get used for shipping and then tossed aside for scraps since they can't do anything with them. And to compare this to another animated relationship that is actually really well done in my opinion, I would have to say something like Lumity. And before you bum ass niggas start typing, oh, Lumity is rushed, shut the fuck up. Sure, I'll give it to you, it went pretty fast, but compared to any other cartoon relationship, them bitches take for fucking ever to actually happen. Niggas will have two characters have a handful of scenes and either kiss or hold hands at the end, and they treat that shit like it's fucking gospel. If you don't get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, Lumity got that shit out the way so we could focus on more important matters, while actually letting you see the relationship shit rather than some bullshit in the finale. Shit don't gotta take 30 years to fucking happen. That's just super unrealistic, especially for fucking teenagers. Shit, even adults don't take that fucking long. Y'all deadass making it real obvious y'all never been in a relationship or seen one before IRL. I know I haven't been in one before, but I know how this shit works, okay? Oh, and if you were wondering how this all matches up to Star Versus, a lot of their characters, and I can't stress this enough, have been fucking robbed because of shit just like this. And they all come to mind really fucking quick. But I'd rather dive a little bit into more what makes this such an issue for the damn show. Oh, and you think I'm mad now? Watch this. So like I was saying, the biggest issue with Star versus the Forces of Evil is the fact that the show focused so much on will they won't they bullshit. It became too fucking reliant on it for creating stories based around these relationships to have some fucking content. I'ma keep it a bug with y'all. I feel that if this shit was cut in fucking half, this fucking show would be way much shorter. So many episodes dedicated to this shit ended up having the show pressed for time for any new plot lines that it would create or bring up again. And this would make for a fucking snowball effect, further making the show decline in quality, and this made a lot of niggas straight up drop the show entirely. With this, another problem with this shit is the fact it would affect other characters and overall shaft them. A really good fucking example of a character that has something like this happen to them would be Tom. He acts like a fucking out for a good bit, specifically towards Marco since he believed they were seeing each other or was a rival for Star's heart. So time passes and he becomes friends with him and overall becomes a better person. And things are cool for a good while, but you see the problem with this wasn't him, but Star. Tom had been nothing but supportive for her dumbass and did the most to be a good boyfriend, and Star just hit him with that, I'ma go kiss Marco, and then get mad when a nigga found out. Bitch, what? Shit, just like this is what I'm talking about. And the fact that even in the same episode we found out their past relationship was much deeper than we originally had thought. Tom has always put a lot of effort into Star, and she's never noticed this shit till then. And I also believe that Tom figured this out as well when he decided to break up with Star. She wouldn't stop fiending for Marco no matter how much he gave up to her or made it clear that he became a better person for her to make this work. And you can definitely tell that this isn't cap since she recognizes she's a shitty girlfriend her own fucking self. Tom couldn't do this shit anymore and just decided to end it off right then and there. Oh, and don't even get me started on Marco's dumbass. He has a whole set of relationship problems that are honestly frustrating to say the fucking least. He goes from being interested in Jackie and then getting dumped by Jackie since she decided that Marco would be better off with a certain someone else and cuts shit off. Too bad her cutting it off ended up getting her ass cut from the fucking show. If you never noticed that her appearances after this shit took a fucking dive and we finally get an update on her, she's with some random ass person we've never seen before. I wish I knew who the fuck this was or how this happened or something, literally anything. And if I had to put my finger on a single character that's gotten shafted worse than any of these niggas probably, it's gotta be fucking Kelly. That shit is racially motivated. Fuck out of here.
That's gotta be racist. There's no way.
I'm sorry, these characters are pretty fucking cool, and I just get frustrated when I think about how as soon as they feel their purpose of spicing up relationship drama, they're casted aside. It just makes my blood fucking boil. But honestly, I'd be fucking capping if this problem of dropping characters wasn't something that was already something the show was doing already. Sorry, human characters, or even important magic niggas. Bye-bye, get the fuck! I'm sorry the show makes me get like this when I talk about it. Oh, and I'm gonna keep talking about it. There's so much more. Fuck.
Ah!
With all the relationship shit that I spoke about in this show, I'd imagine you would understand that over time, niggas get pushed aside for other shit to happen in the actual plot. And the main group of characters that we see may be busy existing. You may be wondering, what's going on with the side characters we have grown to know and love? Absolutely jack shit. If you remember earlier in the video, I mentioned some characters such as Marco's friends, Ferguson, and... what's that nigga name, bro? Yo, deadass bro, I forgot. And that bitch Brittany Wong. The similarities between them pretty clear to see. So if you're at this point and you still need me to explain it to you, you're probably worse than fucking me. Shit. Each of these characters have been sidelined for more important characters, which would make sense to a degree, but that's also not the case since their relationship to the main characters seems like it should be deeper than it already is. It's almost as if Ferguson and Alfonso are Marco's fucking friends. Where the fuck are these niggas during important life-changing events in this nigga life? And don't get me started on fucking Brittany. She got fucking Thanos snapped. How she goes from being the secondary op to fucking literally not existing. My best explanation is once the narrative started picking the fuck up, the nigga said, well, there's nothing we can do with this regular old human, so fuck it. Magic, nigga!
Before you come back, and she never came back, guys.
Honestly, this entire situation is one problem I have with Star versus the Forces of Evil, and explains why a lot of niggas dropped the fucking show. When the tone of the show started to change, it lost what it originally was about. Originally, it was just about some fucking magical girl fucking around in a school environment. It was simple, but lots of people liked it. With that being the case, when shit shifted, it meant the elements that made this show this way had to go. Marco's friends, school characters, and even her early antagonist, Brittany, had to be pushed aside for new shit. And that signified a new age of the show that made some niggas not really want to stick around. Sucks for them since they missed out on a bunch of cool shit that pops off later in the show. But hey, it's just how shows grow and change from what they once were. Sometimes for the better, sometimes it goes in extremely entirely different directions. Pretty much what Star Versus is. And when I think about who Star Butterfly is as a character and a protagonist, there's tons of moments that exemplify who she is. But I like to think back to the very start of the show for my own personal conclusion of this. And bear with me, it's a little wild. If you remember at the start of the show, before any life-changing plot, romance nonsense, or anything else that happened, we had what I believe is the best showcase of who Star is, and I hope you can understand.
I wallpapered my locker with pictures of you. That's weird. Because I wallpapered my locker with pictures of you! Yeah!
Now my reasoning for this is the fact that StarFan 13 is obviously meant to be the cliche obsessed fan of the MC. Their whole life is deadass dedicated to the MC and everything they do. And if you know how this relationship would normally go in any other cartoon ever, that character is usually made to seem as weird as possible or someone to avoid at all costs. Or just someone to make fun of. Sure, that's sort of the main joke for this character in Star Versus sometimes, but what I want to point out in this clip and throughout the entire show is the fact that Star doesn't say something mean to them or ignore them or make them seem as if like something's wrong with them or anything typical for this sort of situation or relationship in a cartoon. But she actually goes out of her way to reciprocate the same feelings to the point of her becoming close friends with StarFan 13. This honestly tells me all I need to know about Star as a person. Like, to put it into perspective, let's compare her to someone else. The person I want to compare her to is, well, everybody's favorite fucking demigod, Steven Universe. Both display an unnatural aptitude for kindness on multiple different occasions. But when it comes to weird characters like StarFan 13 or Ronaldo, their approaches are very different to say the fucking least. Steven at first indulges Ronaldo in his conspiracies, but stops when he felt like he didn't like it anymore, and he was pretty valid for that. He somewhat keeps a relationship with him, learning different things about him. But hey, that's about the extent of things. Steven wasn't very close to that nigga like that. He was much more close with his brother, Petey, and still that nigga was deleted from the series, even though he was Steven's OG friend. That kinda sounds familiar to me. Definitely reminds me of some other niggas. Either way, Star's relationship with StarFan 13 is pretty unique compared to many other shows. Honestly, it's just cool to fucking see. Or it could just be the fact that she's a self.
Don't let it happen again.
So yeah, Star's character at the start of the show was honestly one of my favorite things about the show, and it made everyone fall in love with her pretty much instantly. So what's the issue with her changing as any character would? Well, it wouldn't be a problem if the character still retained some sort of fucking semblance to who they once were, or was done to shed a deeper light into their character or give them some depth. In my opinion, the way they went about Star's character development came off as sort of missing its mark. There's tons of moments where Star's world was shattered due to different revelations that changed the entirety of her worldview, and that's super cool to fucking explore. But I feel the overall message to the audience would have been a whole lot cooler if they didn't forget one of the key components of Star's entire fucking character, and purpose being the fact that she always finds another way to things. And over the course of the show, she's changed her entire world in countless ways. She's a compassionate person that wants to fix all the problems with the world her own weird way. Now obviously with that being the case, the said issue I have with this is numerous points in the show, Star is seen doing tons of uncharacteristic shit for the sake of making her have flaws, or creating conflict and drama to make plot lines around. And the biggest case of this is the finale of the show. There's a lot of fucking issues with the finale of the show, but I'm just gonna bring up, in my opinion, the gross deconstruction of Star Butterfly's character in that damn finale. In no way, shape, or fucking form should Star have done what she fucking did. That's not the type of nigga she is. To go and think that, hey, let's murder a lot of close friends and millions, let's put two worlds together recklessly. Oh, and make sure to ignore the screams in the background. Let's kiss! Nigga, why? Star isn't the type of nigga to do some stupid shit like this and not think about it at fucking all. Star Versus is a show that's all about finding another way to things and casting aside old harmful ideas for the future, while also trying to make sure everyone gets out of everything fine. But them niggas just completely ignored the entire fucking message of the show, and who Star is as a fucking character. If I was in charge of that shit could have gone just like this. Oh shit, I gotta stop this big bad event from happening, or the big bad's gonna win in this horrible act. I gotta stop this horrible act by committing another horrible act. It's the only way. Oh wait, I'm Star Butterfly. I always find another fucking way since that's who I fucking am. Boom, finale. Fuck you niggas. Ah! That sounded way better in my head. At least that shit's way better than the way they ended the damn show. But whatever, I'm sick of this shit, and I want to talk about something nice to end it off with anyway. I can say Star vs. The Force of Evil is a cartoon with a lot of issues. But hey, who doesn't have issues? I love this show for what it is and what it did for me and other people all across the world. It's nice to see something that's a little weird and a little wild. Might just be something out of this dimension, you never know. I really gotta stop saying shit like this in the end of the videos. Y'all gotta stop me. Fuck it.
I didn't get a choice about coming here to Earth, and you didn't get a choice about having to deal with me.
Star?
It was way easy. I guess you could say I've totally mastered her.
Sorry, I underestimated you. Hey.
Hi.
And I know they'll not let him go. Your shirt is so damn big. The logo for the PlayStation logo is literally off center. Bro, what is it? Water cooler? Water cooler. That bitch got a water cooler ass body, nigga.